Let's get more on this. Dr. Osae, who's a local governance expert and a lawyer, joins me via Zoom for more on this. Dr. Osae, I'm grateful for your time. I'm sure you've been observing the confirmation of the MMDC nominees across the country, particularly in Kumasi, which happened today, and the confusion that greeted the exercise. What's your own assessment of the exercise so far?
Thank you very much. I would say so far so good. Initially, we were all afraid, especially the warning and then the signal the assembly members of KMA sent. But I'm happy at the end of the day, they have agreed and unanimously approved the mayor. The advice to the mayor now is that he should be a team player, he should be a unifier, he should listen to the sentiments of the people before they went into the room to vote for him. And I'm very positive that if he adds Kojo Bonso's advice to it, he will be a perfect mayor. But all in all, we are seeing a lot of 100% unanimous approval across the country. And I pray that it continues like that. That is what we need for effective local governance. But the message it sends to these approved MMDCEs is that you shouldn't come and lord it over the people. Do what the people need. Think outside the box and ensure that you bring proper local governance to the people.
Now, Sampine got the nod, but of course, there's been concerns about whether he has what it takes to deal with the challenges in Kumasi. I mean, for you, what should be his focus as he's gotten the nod?
First and foremost, he should be able to build consensus among all the people, the traditional authorities, the assembly members, and those in the electoral areas. Secondly, he should be a leader who can think outside the box. KMA needs a lot of things. KMA requires a strategic leader. KMA requires somebody who will be able to mobilize adequate resources, not only from taxation, but from other resources. So I think that he should be a tough leader, not tough in terms of undermining democracy and people's freedom, but a tough leader as somebody who is strategic, who is prepared to go by his word, who is prepared to manage the place like a corporate entity. And I think he will be fine because the people in Kumasi expect nothing than the best, and the best comes in when you are able to bring in the development they need. Sanitation must be a priority, security must be a priority, and then ensuring that the debt issue they raised is adequately investigated so that if there is a need to mobilize resources from somewhere or work with government for the debt to be cleared, he should do that so that at the end of the day, or by the time he exits, he should be able to hit his chest and say that, look, I came to KMA as a mayor, I've done A, B, C, D, including clearing of the debt, and people in Kumasi will feel safe to do business.
Is also a very hot area, and I'm talking about the MCE, the mayor, and the mayor nominee, who thankfully is a woman, will be confirmed tomorrow. What are your expectations, Dr. Osae?
Thank you very much. Aisha, I wonder why you said thankfully she's a woman.
Because she's my fellow woman.
I know that she's going to excel. Accra is like Kumasi, but Accra also expects a strategic leader. But don't forget that this nominated MCE for the AMA is a former Greater Accra, Deputy Greater Accra Regional Minister. And
correct.
She's also been a former assembly member for the AMA. So she's somebody who knows the terrain. But the local governance has moved on. So I would expect her to also build consensus. I would expect her to understand the contemporary issues. I would expect her to appreciate the power brokers within the AMA. And I would expect her to keep an eye on resource mobilization. AMA is not the AMA that she used to know. But at the moment, a number of assemblies have been created out of AMA. And AMA is restricted to Central Accra. It will be expected that she will be that tough to be able to clear people from the streets and ensure that she will step up her revenue mobilization acumen. All in all, I wish that he brings on board his other colleagues who could not get the nod and then tap on their expertise, because these are experienced people who will be able to support her to be successful.
In terms of development, Dr. Osae, what specifically should be her focus in the event that she gets the nod?
Sanitation should be number one. And then number two, she should be able to look at the administrative structures of the assembly again. And then number three, I would expect that she would also give some priority to security. As the chair of the Metropolitan Security Committee, I would expect that she works hand in hand with the regional commander and the Ghana Police Service. So these three should be of priority to her. In addition to that, she should work towards managing the businesses within the metropolitan area. That is not to say that take over the businesses, but work with them so that they will live up to the expectation when it comes to corporate social responsibility obligations. Because once the businesses within the metropolitan area lives within their corporate social responsibility obligations, you'll be able to get a lot of resources to promote development in the area. Education must be a priority to her. She should also work towards reducing the noise in the city center. And I'm sure if she's able to do these things, she will be among the best in the country.
And I'm glad you mentioned the noise because it's too much and it must be dealt with. I'm grateful for your time, Dr. Eric Osae. He's a local governance expert and also a lawyer.